The name Hirsch has been associated for decades with the material leather and the product watch bracelets. The company, founded in 1765, made a name for itself internationally in both areas. Based in Klagenfurt, Austria, Hirsch manufactures high-quality bracelets for watches sold in more than 60 countries and supplies both retailers as well as the watch industry. The company's history is characterized by pioneering inventions and innovations, and Hirsch has helped to influence major developments in the field of leather and leather bracelets and propel the industry decisively forward. Today, the company, now in the hands of the 8th generation, is managed by Robert Hirsch, who has controlled the destiny of the company since 2002.
Die Liebe zur Verarbeitung von Leder und zur Herstellung von Armbändern für Uhren hat mich motiviert und mir den Mut gegeben, meinem Vater dieses Unternehmen abzukaufen. Es ist eine Tradition in der Familie Hirsch, dass die Söhne das Unternehmen nicht vererbt bekommen, sondern ihren unternehmerischen Mut durch das Kaufen des Unternehmens beweisen.
For the processing of leather into leather watch bracelets, Hirsch uses a variety of different materials, including exotic types such as shark, ostrich, or even the skin of the stingray. The most valuable material, however, is surely alligator, which is considered the epitome of wealth and status and the essence of luxury. Johann Laurich, leather specialist at Hirsch, shows a selection of leather types used by Hirsch to manufacture bracelets for watches. He explains by what criteria the quality of leather is determined. The personal selection, directly from the supplier, plays an essential role.
Bei der Firma Hirsch werden verschiedenste Leder und Textilien verarbeitet. Hier im Beispiel Lackleder, geprägtes Leder, Naturleder, Alligatorprägung, Eidechsprägung, Schrumpftechnik, Strauß, Alligator, Krokoflanken, verschiedenste Fische, darunter Aal und Rochen.
The in-house research and development department is responsible for the design of the Hirsch watch bracelets. In close cooperation with product management, which conceptualizes and defines each single bracelet model, the outer shape and style of the product is developed. 3 important aspects must be considered for the design, as Markus Kerker, head designer at Hirsch, explains.
Sicherheit, Technologie und Ästhetik spielen ganz eine wesentliche Rolle im Designprozess. Man kann keine davon vernachlässigen. Weil nur ein komfortables Band reicht nicht aus, nur ein langlebiges Band reicht auch nicht aus und nur ein schönes Band reicht ebenso nicht aus. Es geht immer um die Dreiheit, um die Gesamtheit.
Once all the necessary parameters are defined and documented for the bracelet model, the engineering department prepares digital data that serve as a specification for tooling and production. The Hirsch manufactory employs more than 200 employees who transform the material leather into an exquisite accessory through mostly painstaking manual work. Hirsch is able to offer watch bracelets that exceed the industry standards by far due to its craftsmanship cultivated for many years, its continuous development of all processes involved, as well as the appreciation of the material and the highest possible precision in processing. The first step consists of punching out the so-called lining leather, which is the part of the bracelet that is later in constant contact with the skin and that must be resistant to such external influences as perspiration or moisture. At the same time, the lining leather must feel pleasant and fit smoothly and snugly around the wrist, like a second skin. The upper leather is punched out at the same time. That is the visible outer part of the bracelet. Before that, it is again checked to ensure that the material comes up to the high HIRSCH requirements in terms of aesthetics and quality. 2 parts are needed for a watch bracelet, 1 part for the subsequently applied holes, and the second part for attaching the buckle. Therefore, special attention is paid to punching out the parts in pairs so that hole and buckle parts form a perfect entity later on. HIRSCH bracelets are made from 100% leather. This means that the inner layer, the padding, which gives the bracelet its 3-dimensional form, consists of leather fibres as well. The leather fibre mixture used with the injection moulding process consists of the finest leather ground into leather fibres, which are then mixed with the aid of binders into an elastic, flexible dough.
Das Unternehmen HIRSCH hat sich immer der Qualität verschrieben und wir haben im Laufe unserer Geschichte viele Entwicklungen erreicht, die die Qualität eines Armbandes für Uhren deutlich verbessert und so den Standard in der Uhrenindustrie, aber auch für den Konsumenten wesentlich beeinflusst hat.
Remeshop technology, in which all 3 parts of the bracelet are merged into an inseparable unit down to the fibre by applying pressure and heat, is the guarantee for the longevity of the aesthetics and function of the bracelet. This patented process, unique to the company, dates back to the company founder Hans Hirsch and is at the core of the inimitable Hirsch quality and protects the bracelet against harmful external influences throughout its entire lifetime. The seam of a HIRSCH bracelet is purely decorative and not a functional necessity. Used as a fashion or design element, however, it gives the bracelet its very specific look and a personal touch. The automatic sewing unit yields a seam of the utmost precision, while the hand-sewn seam gives traditionally designed watch bracelets a very special and luxurious finish. A single, continuous thread is used for this seam, which runs through both sides of the bracelet. The bar seam used in the attachment area of the bracelet is sewn by hand. In addition, this seam is recognized as a feature of traditional craftsmanship and is therefore particularly appreciated by connoisseurs and lovers of precious leather accessories. Here too, the highest possible precision must be applied. The leather of the loop is mitered with a scalpel to ensure that the following gluing process is accurate. The subsequent bending across the so-called loop pin serves to create an exact shape to ensure the loop later attached to the bracelet fits perfectly. The loop features a seam as well to match the overall style of the bracelet. The only thing missing now is a buckle. A spring bar with pin is attached using a special tool to help with fitting the part into the buckle cap. The snapping sound indicates that the buckle is securely fastened. The finished bracelets are now inspected once more. The functional parts are measured again to make sure the dimensions exactly match the specifications. Customers worldwide trust the strict quality standards set by HIRSCH as a benchmark for bracelet manufacture. The certification of the company, according to ISO 9001, is therefore a constant foundation to secure the safety and reliability of all processes within the company.
Es gibt natürlich Industriestandards, wir testen nach HIRSCH-Standards, die sind über die gängigen Industriestandards zu stellen und das wird uns auch immer wieder von externen Labors bestätigt, dass wir die höchsten Qualitätsansprüche erfüllen. Diese HIRSCH-Standards entsprechen einer Tragedauer von 1 bis 5 Jahren, abhängig natürlich von der Tragedauer und der Benutzung des Produktes.
The finished bracelets are tested with disproportionately high stresses by the HIRSCH in-house ISO 9001 certified test laboratory. The bracelet is subjected to an abrasion test, bathed in artificial perspiration, exposed to extreme temperatures, twisted, immersed into a lye solution with high ceramic content, bent and elongated. All of these procedures simulate the daily stresses and external influences affecting a watch bracelet. The test cycles were calculated based on the total service life of a bracelet and are adjusted accordingly. And only after the bracelet has demonstrated its quality here, then it is clear that this is a top product that justifiably deserves the name HIRSCH. Viscount alligator, the model shown, is a world novelty. It is the first alligator bracelet which can be worn for swimming and even diving without hesitation. In the creation, the skin of a Louisiana alligator is tanned to be water resistant and then seamlessly attached to the water resistant lining lever by means of the HIRSCH Rembordet technology. The water absorption of such leather specialities is significantly less than that of ordinary tanned leathers, as shown in this time-lapse shot. The bracelet on the right absorbs the water in the pipette within a short time and sinks, whereas the bracelet on the left absorbs visibly less water, remains unchanged, and feels pleasantly dry on the wrist shortly after the water exposure.